Hey guys, welcome back to another video. That was a massive voice crack. Anyways, before we start this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and that would be much appreciated because this video took me it took me an hour, but that was the longest hour of my life. So please, leave a like and subscribe. This was very annoying to build. But anyways, at this time, I was trying to fill in a lake, and I had this weird building in the center in the shape of a diamond. I didn't know what it was going to be. I was trying to make like a swamp, and in the middle like this a base, but that didn't happen. But anyways, the reason you're seeing this clip kind of halfway through, like it just starts out and there's already stuff there, it's because for some reason it just stopped recording. It just didn't record the first 15% of the build. So that's annoying. Sorry about that. But anyways, I used commands to fill in this lake, and it worked out pretty well. And I was surprised that it didn't really fail, because there was not at one point where everything just got obliterated. Because before, I've tried building with commands and just ruined everything, and just made it worse. But anyways, I added this weird thing in the corner and I did not like it, so I deleted it. And yeah, that doesn't happen. Water hills that's not a thing. Waves, that's a thing, but water hills, no. But anyways, I changed it to quartz because quartz is better. Not always, it's just sometimes what you're building is better. But anyways, I choose not quartz, concrete, sorry. White concrete to start placing this. And as you can see, I just did something real weird with commands and it failed. That was the only fail, but it took like 15 seconds to fix it. Anyways, I fixed the command and then I started using it. So what the command is, it would just place a wall underneath you, and when I had that wall and I just wanted to fill it all the way around, and at this point, still don't know what I'm building. Have no idea. I'm just placing blocks and hoping it looks good. It looks pretty just terrible right now. Like, it looks like a piece of garbage. And yeah, if I just left it like this, I would laugh at myself. And yeah, as you can see, I just filled the barrel, I guess you can call it. And yeah, I started placing cyan terracotta all the way around the edges because cyan terracotta and white concrete go together very well. And I just started placing it everywhere in patterns. And the diagonal, this part right here was very weird. Very weird. I had like no idea what to do because trying to place a straight line diagonal upwards is not easy. It was very annoying to make. But once I did it, it felt pretty good. And by the third one I wanted to do, because there's 4 corners, by the third corner I got used to it and it became very easy for me. I got the pattern right. And right about now, I only had to look back once just to see what shape it was in, and I got it well. And yeah, and then I just started placing all around with cyan terracotta to make it look decent. And after that, I had no idea what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to fill in those white parts. Because I could have left them white, but I didn't want to. It just looks weird. It looks better, of course, but it does not look as good. And I needed to change it somehow to make it look better. And yeah, right now what you're seeing is me behind finishing it. But anyways, now that I came up to the camera, I started placing a layer of cyan terracotta all the way around at the bottom, just to make it look a little bit better. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing for this entire video, making things look better. But this was an hour of footage, and yeah, it was very annoying. I would say it was one of the longest hours ever that I've ever felt like. It was so annoying to place every single block. Every single block was annoying to place. It was like ridiculously annoying. And this is only the footage that was here. There's like another 20 minutes or 30 minutes of what I did before. And it's very annoying. Very, 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 very annoying. And I just was trying to figure out what to do in this place, and I placed iron bars, and I thought that would look pretty cool, and then put carpet on top of it. And at the time, I looked back, and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But later on, I realized I wanted the black stone. And I used black stone walls instead of iron bars, and it looked much better. And, yeah, so I started placing this. And as I went around, I got to the very last part and realized I needed to change it. But of course, I did not want to change it all by hand, so I used a command that replaces every iron bar with the block of my choice. Anyways, all the commands that I used in this video, I'll leave in the description, and you can just see them and see what I did for yourself. And yeah, it's pretty easy. So as you can see, I'm using a command, and I'm going all the way around, changing all of the iron bars to polished blackstone walls. And yeah, it was pretty easy, and I just kept building up, and right now what you're seeing is me on the back as well, finishing it up. And the annoying thing about this is, if you look at there's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, there's like 15 different sides. I don't think it's exactly 15. Anyways, it was very annoying to make that. Very annoying. So it was at this point that I realized that I wanted to be a spaceship, because I stood back and realized it looked sort of like a spaceship. So that's where I started making a cone shape, and I knew I would end it off the spaceship like that, because if I made it longer, it would be 2 hours of footage, and I would be crying inside more than I already was. It was very annoying. But also, when I got up to the 4th layer, it would have been a square, so I had to change the shape to make it not a square. And if you can see, they're categorized. They're the bottom, which is like 6 blocks, and then there's 2 corner pieces. The next one's like 6 blocks, 1 corner piece. Next block is just 6 blocks, and it shrinks as it goes on. So this is when I started taking the cyan terracotta, and I started placing it all the way up into the shape of my choice, and it was very annoying. But then I started to get a pattern on the corners. The corners were the most annoying for pretty much all of this. The diagonal bits, they were weird to place and just annoying. So I pretty much just started building up to it, and I realized I would want to end it there, at that peak right there. And so I started placing more polished blackstone walls and carpet through the centers. And I just kept doing that on each side until I was done. And then after that, I went diagonal, and it became a whole nother thing of just me crying inside. But as you can see, it's pretty cool. It looks pretty good right now. So I just need to fill in these parts right here. And I was thinking that I would go all the way around, so I only placed a bit in the center. And then I realized I like that. Just it in the center, not all the way throughout. So I started making a shape, and I like the shape. So I did that on each side, as you can see right there. And yeah, I placed blocks underneath and blocks on top of the blackstone, and I just did that on every single side. And that part took long as well. I was at that part when I started doing that, and I was like, oh, this is taking so long. When will it stop? I'm crying inside. This is the most tedious build I have ever made. And yeah, I had to place all the way around, and that was the last thing I did, thankfully. And yeah, once I stopped placing blocks and did my outro, it felt pretty good. And then I had to edit the video. And it got worse again. I'm just joking. Anyways, I placed more blocks and made it look different, and I liked it. It looks pretty cool now, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm done. I'm just gonna add some blackstone stairs all the way up, and then I will be done. But I'll be doing a part 2 where I'll be adding little buildings all around, and I'll be adding like the things that attach to the rocket ship before it sends off. I'll be adding all that stuff. And yeah, that will be part 2. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and leave a like on this video. If I get 10 likes on this video, I'll do part 2. And yeah, guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.